Good evening, everyone. Welcome to lesson 3. Sorry about my voice. I am just getting over a bit of a chest infection, but I wanted to record just the process of adding images to the app. So if you jump across over to Appsheet, you'll notice that we don't really have a section for image yet. So what we actually have to do is regenerate the schema. If we jump across to Google Sheets, literally all we have to do is add a column called image. We don't have to put anything there yet, but we actually can. So I'll just show you a screen I prepared. Okay, so I've just come to the Wikipedia page for Rider-Waite Tarot. So if we scroll down, you'll see this is just the traditional style. So this is just like a bit of a shortcut, but you can literally just copy the image address, the image URL, and then add that into the spreadsheet. There we go. So you can just paste the URL in. If we jump across to Appsheet, we just have to regenerate schema. So that's up here from the last lesson. And it should pull in image here, and it's pre-selected the type as image, and we can already see it's used the URL that we just added to put the image straight in. So you can just use an image URL or address that already exists on the internet somewhere, but you do run the risk that if they ever change the link or take it down, it could break it inside your app. So you can also add your own images, which adds it to your Google Drive. I'll show you how to do that now as well. This website here, you can see the URL up the top. I'll also put it in the description for this video. But this website has a really high quality collection of the original like Creative Commons, no copyright version, and you'll notice it's the one that has like the lines like that and the sort of flat color backgrounds. So just be careful, particularly with tarot and just any images online really, that you have the rights to use them. And some versions of tarot can look really similar, but one of them's copyrighted and one of them's not. These ones, to me, I'm actually not 100% sure, but they look like the non-copyrighted ones. So just double check before you use them. Why don't we do the Magician? I'm literally just going to right click and download it. Save image as, and I'll just save it to the desktop. Then I'll jump back across to Google Sheets, to Appsheet. So I'll just show you this way as a quick way to do it. You can go to the entry you want, the Magician, and click Edit, and then click Image, and see how it's on the desktop. Click Upload, it'll add it in, you just hit Save. Then here you'll see it synchronizes. You can click it to hurry it up, or it will just show you when it's done. And it should reload here in a second. There we go. Now, if you go back to the Google Sheet, you can see that it's added in this address here. This is a folder inside your Google Drive. So we can actually have a look at that next. Okay, so if we just go to our Google Drive, you can see there's a folder just inside my main Google Drive called Deck Images, and that's pulling that from down here, Deck, this sheet, and we can see it's deck_images, which is the folder in the root of our Google Drive, and that's this image here. So you can just go through one by one and upload the photos yourself that way. You might be able to think of a quicker way to do it by just adding in the names. Okay, I worked out a quicker way for you guys. So basically you just want to come over to your Google Drive. See how this photo that we added before, that's the unique ID for here. So you can see that this URL is literally just whatever the name is in this Google Drive folder. So I figured, well, once I've downloaded my next images, so this one's for the High Priestess, this is just image 2 and it's also number 2 in the deck. So I thought this should just work as well if I just name that and add it in here, the High Priestess, but I just have to put this part in front of it. Alright, so that should theoretically just lead to this file here. Now if we go back to Appsheet, we just have to hit sync and it should show up here. There we go. So yeah, that works too. Now the shortcut will be adding all of the photos in here. So I'll just upload all of them. Okay, you can see I've uploaded all of them, at least all the Major Arcana anyway. So we're going to go back to our spreadsheet. I deleted these two, but what we need to do is just copy this. We'll just do the first 3. Make sure you change that to 0 and that to 1. Now, I haven't actually tested this, so I hope it works, but select all 3 of them. On like Excel and Google Sheets, this little bit here, basically when you drag that, it's meant to copy whatever pattern was going ahead of it. So theoretically it should just go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, blah, blah, blah. I'm really hoping it works. Oh no, it didn't work. Maybe there's another way. Anyway, let me check. I realized why. It's because it has to be a number on the end, but it says JPEG. So if you get rid of that and make it just the numbers and then drag it down, see it continues them in order. So we can technically do that and come down to the world, because I've only done up to 21, the Major Arcana. Then we just have to basically add .jpg onto the end of all of these. I feel like there's a quick way to do it, but I might just need a minute to think of it. Alright, so we're just going to use a join function. So basically you can type equals to do a function and then join, bracket. The delimiter we're not going to use, so just put a comma. The first value is going to be this value. Basically we just want that, and then another comma, and then what we want to join on to the end. So just put in quotations, .jpg, end quotations, bracket, hit enter, and you can see it's just renamed that for us but added JPG on the end. Now we should be able to just drag this down as well. There we go. So we've got all the values we need. Now we just need to do what we did in, I think, lesson 2, and that's copy it. So you can use your keyboard, or I'll just show you copy, and then basically paste it on top of here. I guess we could use cut, but we want to do paste values only, or it'll screw up the app sheet. It's looking a bit messy, so we'll just clear this one, and there we go. Now that should match what we've got in here. Let's flick over to Appsheet and we'll synchronize, and hopefully we should have all of the images. There we go. Perfect, at least for the Major Arcana. Great, so that's working pretty well actually. Yeah, and it should end about there on the world. So that's just, I'm going to add this on to the end of the last video, but we'll look at doing different views inside soon. But yeah, you can click on it and zoom in and everything in here, and you can access all of that on your phone now as well. But I'll see you in the next video in lesson 4. Maybe it would be a good time to show you how to do it on your phone, because you could just sit there, doing it on your phone if you're bored, if you're doing it the slow way. Okay, so I found a way to mirror my phone. That's pretty cool. So we're just going to search for Appsheet. And it's this one here. I've already installed it, so we're just going to click open. Once you click open, if your app doesn't show up, you just have to click the menu and then click owned by me, and you can see the apps here. So just click on your app and it should give you the same sort of experience as you get, on the web browser on the other side of the screen here. So you can go in and add photos here, and it'll ask, take a photo or choose from your gallery. So you can do it that way if you like to. But this has been lesson 3. Thanks for sticking along with me on how to add images. And in the next one, I think we'll start doing some theming.